Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lina. Today I want to do a pretty simple get ready with me where I kind of just like chat with you. I haven't really done this style of video before, I don't think, so I thought it might be kind of fun. It's just gonna be a pretty simple, like one of my everyday looks. I'm just gonna put my hair back so it doesn't get in my face. Okay, so for my primer, I like to use the Pacifica Coconut Probiotic Face Moisturizer. This one is pretty dimethicone, so it works pretty well as a primer, but it's really, well, I don't know about really hydrating, but I really like it for underneath makeup. It just like makes everything kind of sit better. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. This is Vanilla 2. So what I've been doing lately is using like a tinted moisturizer that's darker than my skin tone to warm up my face. So it's, I think, part of that non-touring trend where you kind of put like a little bit darker tinted moisturizer or whatever like all over your face, and then you highlight the areas that you want to highlight. All right, and then to like highlight the center parts of my face, I'm gonna use the Healthy Foundation by Physicians Formula. This one is in LW2. So today I'm getting ready for like a surprise, not a surprise, but like a last minute interview with my boss. I'm like kind of in a weird situation where I got recruited by another job or like another company to work for them. But like after I gave my notice at my current job, I found out that there's an opening for promotion. So now I'm talking to my boss at my current job about if I could take that promotion. So I'm kind of like a weird ball of anxiety because I don't know what I want to do. Like I know that I would want to be in like a higher position at my current job, but at the same time the pay, no matter what, is better at the next job, like at the job I was recruited for. So it's just kind of, I'm kind of stressed about it. I don't know what like the best decision is for me. Like I have really bad anxiety, so like simple decisions like this cause me like so much anxiety where I like need to find the perfect answer. So yeah, so I'm kind of stressed about that because I just can't stop worrying about it because the timeline is coming up. I'm supposed to start my next job next week. And the hiring process to get into that job was just kind of not the best. It was like not the hiring manager's fault for the new job. It just was like a situational circumstance that made it like kind of a mess, and I didn't get my schedule when I was supposed to. I don't have my new hire paperwork even yet. So like I'm kind of just stressed about all of it. Which is like so dumb. But if any of you have ever like switched jobs, then you kind of like would kind of get where I'm coming from. Like it kind of makes me really sad because I've made a lot of friends in my current job. Like I really like all of my coworkers, and I don't know if I've said it before, but like, oh babe, my dog just knocked my camera. I have like OCD, social anxiety, standard anxiety, like panic, all of this stuff. So like making friends for me is ridiculous. Like I hate going out. I get such bad anxiety about like hanging out with people that like I'll get physically ill. And like I just have to bail. Like I can't do it. So being able to like have people that I work with that I really enjoy, and I'm, you know, it's such like a happy, not a happy environment, but like, I don't know. It's like I like the people, like I enjoy talking with the people I work with. So it makes it better for me to go to work, especially since it's an environment that like gives me anxiety to begin with. Oh, by the way, I'm using my Milk Makeup bronzer stick in Baked. I'm just kind of like putting it in the areas where sun would naturally hit. Do not lick my bronzer. That's really gross. Thank you. Okay, so next I'm going to use the NYX Bright Idea blush. This one is in Brick Red Blaze, and I'm just gonna like kind of warm it up with my middle finger, and I'm just gonna put that on like the high point of my cheek. Every time, so I love wearing red blush lately. I think it's like so cute. But every time I start putting it on, I'm always like, oh no, what did I do? And then once I start to blend it out, it's like, oh, okay, it's fine. Don't freak out. And then I'm just gonna kind of layer it up. Now I'm just doing my brows and using my Physicians Formula Brow Last. I just kind of like brush up the hairs and then put in the gel. It's kind of like a wonky application, but I really like the formula. Now I'm just gonna brush through my brows and kind of like comb that gel through. All right, I'm gonna put on some winged eyeliner just because I want to look a little bit retro today. I'm gonna do like red lipstick and all that kind of stuff and put a leather coat over my black turtleneck. I am using the Lottie London stamp liner. One side of it is like a star stamp. Probably can't see it, but it's like a little star stamp. Can you see that? And then the other side is just like a wing liner, like a flick felt tip, is that what it's called? I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for the eyeliner. Like I wore it the other day and it kind of like collected down here. So I might actually set it with powder. I'm gonna think about it. But I'm gonna do it off camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so my eyeliner is done. It's not perfect. I just don't really care that much. Actually, does it look really bad? Well, it doesn't help that my eyes are so flipping uneven. Okay, I tried to fix it, but like the problem is my eyes just are not the same shape. So if it bothers you, sorry. I'm gonna use my Glossier Lash Slick to put my mascara on. That doesn't really make any sense. I'm using Glossier Lash Slick as my mascara. Also, I'm getting ready for an interview that like I don't know if I have today. So like my manager has been saying for almost the 2 weeks now that she wants to talk to me about like leaving and like all that stuff, but she hasn't had the time. Like all my managers have been super busy. So I tried talking to like the associate manager, one of them, there's two of them, last weekend, and it did not go well. She doesn't really like me. Her response when we talked was kind of like a compliment sandwich, and she basically then told me that she was sad to see me go. So I was like, okay. When I left, I was like, moral of the story is I'm not gonna get the promotion because like she's basically telling me that like, all right, you're leaving. And then I talked to another manager, the other associate manager who does like me, last night after work, and was super excited to hear I was excited about the promotion, or like the higher up role. And she said that she would set up in a meeting with the like general manager at some point today, and she said that she would text me either last night or this morning what time the meeting will be, or if it'll be like later in the week or whatever. And I was like, okay, like I'll just be ready. So I'm basically getting ready, and I may or may not have a meeting today, and I'm freaking out, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna put on some, oh, my hair looks so weird right now. It's like, ugh. I know I've talked about it before, but the Zumbo Kiss Shea Butter Lip Balm by Indigo Wild is like a great prep step for like matte lipsticks. So I'm gonna put a thick layer of that on, kind of like a lip mask, while I straighten my hair so that my lips don't look like prunes when I put on my lipstick. Normally I don't straighten my hair, but lately it's like, I have really thick hair and like it's kind of unmanageable when it gets really long, but it's also unmanageable if I cut it. Just because when it's like full and curly, I can't even like tuck it behind my ears because I was cursed with super thick hair and like little baby ears, which is nice. Also, Halloween is coming up. You guys should comment what you're gonna be. I don't really celebrate Halloween, but if you guys wanted me to do any like tutorials for it, just let me know. The other day at work, so like in a customer service job, you deal with like a lot of weird people. It's just kind of part of like how it is. Like, I know I'm a weird person, like everybody has their quirks. You kind of just like get used to it. But sometimes you get like creepy people, right? And the other day there was like this guy in our store that was like very creepy. He was like middle-aged and then was telling her how like beautiful she was and that she reminded him of the lady with like snakes on her head, Medusa. Just not really a compliment in my opinion. And then kind of creeped on like a bunch of my coworkers, like us girls. He had told one of my coworkers that she was like so beautiful and whatever, and she was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, no, thank you. And I was like, ugh. And then to me, oh my gosh, to me, I was like, hi, how are you doing? Like, can I help you find anything? Whatever. And he literally was like, yeah, there is something I need, like maybe you can help me with it. I need a dinner date. And I was just like, bleh, bleh, no. So I just literally looked at him. I was like, cause like, what do you say to that? Like, our job is to treat everybody fairly, everybody nicely. So he was like, do you get it? Like, I need a dinner date. And I was like, yeah, I get it. And I literally just walked away because it's horrible as somebody working in an environment. Like, I'm just trying to do my job, and the amount of times that like either I'm walking through the mall or I'm doing my job and like people come up and like think it's okay to say things like that, it's honestly disturbing. I'm doing my job. Please do not do that to me. I don't get paid enough to deal with that. Thank you. Okay, so to kind of like go with that vintage retro theme, I don't really know. Like I said, I'm gonna wear red lipstick. I personally love red lipstick. It just makes me feel empowered. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna wear red lipstick and hopefully I get this promotion. So my two favorites are NYX Monte Carlo, the soft matte lip cream, and then ColourPop Matte X. This one is Fly-Fi. It's like, on their website it's called a terracotta or something, but it's kind of like a brick red in my opinion. So I'm gonna mix the two. So for this one, when it first goes on, it's like kind of pink. And you just have to layer it up to get the red. Alright, if you're in a hurry, you can just blot and then layer. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use that Fly-Fi by ColourPop and just deepen up the red, and then I'm gonna blot again, just because now it's a lot of product. And yes. All right, so that's the finished look. Thanks so much for getting ready with me. I'm gonna go eat something. I'm starving, and I hope you guys are all having a stellar day, and I'll see you in a video super soon. Bye guys.